Hello and welcome to the Education on Fire podcast. The place where we share creative and inspiring learning in our schools. Hello, this is Mark Taylor and welcome back to the Education on Fire podcast. I wanted to speak to you this week about some of the great feedback I've had about the music and the art season that I've done. And also some things that have happened recently with the work I do in schools. We've had people in schools come to us and say, would we be able to help put a music program in their school, and they'd like their class teachers to be doing more music, but then don't necessarily have the skills or the training to be able to do that themselves. And this has been going on for quite a long time now. And so what I've decided to do is to create a membership for primary music. And the idea being, it's not going to be, these are all the lesson plans you'll need for the year. It's much more about the overall plan of what a musical school looks like. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's going to be involved in that, and how you can get involved, really, and the sort of thing that you can gain from doing it. So the whole idea is based on, you need an idea of how you want music to look in your school, and it may well be different for every school, hence the reason I don't want to give you a music plan for every single thing that goes on. It depends on your skills yourself and the skills of other class teachers and the financial position of the school and all of that kind of thing. So the idea is to give you a framework, or basically almost like a pyramid scheme of what a school looks like. So at the bottom of the pyramid, what we have is the things that can happen with every class. Things like rhythm work, some basic singing things, some sort of musical playing for percussion instruments, that kind of thing, which you can just have in every single class, which gets music being embedded in the school because everyone's getting to do it all the time. And then from those skills, you get the opportunity to have first access coming in, which you should have through the Music Hub, where you can have whole school samba, you can have whole school violin, whole school brass, whatever it happens to be. So children get the opportunity to actually have a minimum, I think it is, of 10 weeks actually learning about an instrument and having an ensemble within your class, which is a great experience. And then, of course, from there, you have the opportunity of buying in peripatetic teachers who can then provide individual lessons. And then once you've got enough people actually learning an instrument, you can put an ensemble together, and from your singing work you've been doing, you can create a choir. And then once you've got those, you can start putting on concerts, and you can have music assemblies and all of these sorts of things, which are great fun to do. And also how you can then combine some of the topic work that you're doing with some of these musical ideas as well. And it always suddenly seems like there's an awful lot to do, and people can't quite remember where to start or how to go about it. What we're going to do is to create a membership which has a course, really, that takes you through all of these things, all structured down to how to start having a rhythmical music lesson, how to start having a singing lesson, how to start creating instrumental lessons in your class, and where do you go to find extra funding for these things. And each of these things will be detailed individually, so you can nip in and you can actually then just take all the information you need, whether you're literally starting from the very beginning or you want to know what things are out there to take your child to experience, whether it's like a Young Voices concert, or I went to the fantastic Festival of Voices concert that was put on by Nape Oxfordshire this week, which is amazing. Just 10 schools bringing their children for one concert, but there was a series of concerts through a whole week, so that was an amazing event to do as well. And so what you can do is you can join this membership and actually then be able to piece together all these things, but more importantly than that, we want to create a community, so you can learn from other teachers and other schools that are going to be doing the same kind of thing. You know, they might have already done a certain topic and they use this resource, or they might have decided that they wanted to put on this cluster concert, and you might want to know how about to go and do that. So you can learn from those people as well. So we thought that was quite a good idea, because then, as well as having a framework for how to work from what we've been able to give you, you've also then got the expansion and the community support that's going around from everyone else, which is absolutely brilliant, because then you're in control of your music in your school. You get the opportunity to create the music life that you want for your pupils, which is absolutely the perfect way to do it. Along with this, as you would have heard, hopefully in Season 4, with my conversations with all those fantastic companies like Out of the Ark and Charanga, there are some fantastic resources out there which you can use as well, which we're going to try and incorporate in some way to give you access to those things as well, because they're the best sort of bank, really, of information and songs and rhythm games and all those sorts of things that you can really do. So we'll have access to some of those things and put the recordings of some of those podcasts that we've already done on the site. But most importantly is I want to be able to follow through an entire year the sort of work that either myself will have been doing or Carol Aviard, that I spoke to in the podcast in season 4 as well, where we're actually being in schools and actually following what we're going to be doing for an entire year. So you can actually see bit by bit how we've started to do the singing, how we've done rhythm games, what extra things we've brought into the school if that's possible, whether it be a samba workshop or whether it might be getting the resources to go and do a Young Voices concert, whatever that happens to be. And then also what topics are going on in the school and how we've managed to incorporate music into those topics and how you make that sort of cross-curricular feel and put all those things together. So if this sounds like an interesting thing for you, if you think, oh great, I can finally talk to people about these things, I can get a really good idea about how I can embed and put music at the heart of our school with the support of both myself and Carol, but also more importantly a whole community of people and other schools that will have fantastic ideas as well, where you can bounce ideas off each other, then please get in touch. There are a couple of ways you can do that now. I suggest just email me, mark@educationonfire.com, and from there just leave me a message saying, yes, this is my name, this is my school, I'll be really interested and I can send you more details. And the other thing that I've done to help everyone communicate now is I've set up an Education on Fire Facebook page. So if you just, when you're on Facebook next, just search for Education on Fire and like that page, and there'll be more and more information that's coming out about that as well. So that's what I wanted to say today, is just to let you know the sort of thing that we're working on, and the idea being that we're going to have certainly a beta group of people for the people who want to get involved, first of all, just to help us make sure that this is really the sort of thing that can really help you and serve you in your school, to start in September. So you better sign up your interest now, and then we'll get all the details and all the information for you from September when we really start to work through this thing, and you'll be the first people through the door getting all the hands-on details that we're giving out, and really help us create a membership which is going to be the most supportive thing for you and your school and all the staff that are going to be doing music in there as well. So many thanks for listening today. I hope this is exciting for you as it is for me, because I've had so many people ask me about this and so many schools wanting this so that they can really embed music in their school in a way which is both financially viable and also gives you the information and the ongoing support that you need, with the chance to ask questions, because it's when you get stuck you need those answers, and the community will be there to do that. And also we'll be able to provide some Facebook live sessions where you can ask questions live, and have some ongoing sort of CPD as we're going through the year. So yeah, get in touch, mark@educationonfire.com, and go and like that Facebook page, Education on Fire Podcast, and then that way you can keep up to date with absolutely everything that's happening. And I will speak to you again on the next episode. Thanks for listening to the Education on Fire podcast. For more information of each episode and to get in touch, go to educationonfire.com. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire.